Hey guys, how's it going? It's Alexander Williamson. That's me, and I'm here, and you're here, so we're all here. Great. If you guys could let me know that the sound and video sound all right, that would make me feel all right. All right, all right, all right. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a happening. Alrighty, so how is everybody doing today? We'll let people kind of pop in like popcorn, filter in. That's odd. It went from 20 people in here to none. But let's see here. AV, good. All right, thank you, Stefan or Steven. Stefan. We'll go with Stefan. Aquatics. So how is everybody doing? I wanted to remind y'all that we have an aquascaping contest coming up. I mean, well, we have one already going for this channel, but we have some great prizes for the aquascaping contest. And don't go with Stefan, please. Oh, okay, Steven. Okay, all right. All right, let's see here. Hey, Richard, how's it going? Brandon, hello. So the big news is that we only have about a week left until it's due. I mean, today is the 7th, and the 15th is the final date for your entries. So I just posted in the community tab a video or a comment about that. It says the end is near in big block letters, so it should be easy to find. But yeah, we're gonna be getting the submissions for this 4-month project that we've all been excitedly working on. So if you are in that, if you've done that and submitted, entered as did the first part back in June and put your info in and said what you wanted to do and showed it before or after. If you had an existing tank, you needed to just show a picture of it existing, and then what it would look like, how you were going to transform it. And of course, the main theme was immersed growth. So I'm just trying to remind folks, because if you didn't jump in on this already, don't worry about this. This message isn't for you. But if you already are in the contest, then you'll need to do your final paperwork, and there's a link to that. The paperwork is just saying, oh, these fish are in it, these plants are in it, this is immersed, and this is kind of like my inspiration, and this is what I was trying to accomplish, or and then if you have any thoughts on just, oh, this was tricky, or I did this that was special, or this cool thing happened, you can also make note of that. I've also broke down in the post that the way we're going to go over all of that is going to be the 15th at midnight West Coast time, so on the East Coast, 3 a.m. I guess. You can fill out the information. You can also include a link if you would like to edit a video yourselves, which would be very nice of you, of your tank. You can do up to about 3 minutes, give or take, explaining what it is that you did in your tank. You can walk around your tank and zoom in on the immersed stuff or the plants or the critters, whatever it is that you're excited about, whatever it is that you're proud of how it turned out. And then we can share that. So if you want that shared, the video is great. It looks like we have about 90 people being active in this contest, and we have around $2,000 in prizes, so that should be good. Let's see here. Alex, for a video of the aquascape, do you prefer we keep it unlisted on YouTube until after the contest? I don't care what you want to do. I mean, if you have a channel and you want to share it with people, please, by all means, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. Just a link that I can play, if you want it shared, a link that I can play on the live stream would be great. That's why I was saying if you could post a link of it rather than sending me the file or something. So yeah, hey Cass, how's it going? And Darcy, welcome. Chris, welcome. Hugo, welcome. Careful Nature Design. Hello. Yeah, you may have missed this contest. We will do more in the future. Don't you worry. There will be more. Yeah, so we've got $250 first place prize. First place prize. Zen Ginger, what's up? Allison, what's up? So yeah, $250 first place prize plus a signed copy of a book. Boy, my teeth are looking janky. I'm supposed to, in the next month or two, I think it is, finally they're gonna pull the rest of the teeth from the lightning accident. Just cracked all of them, as if you didn't hear that little tidbit before. But some of these are fake, and even those are starting to not have the bone mount to like hold on, I guess. Like they did a crown and a build up, but that still has broken off or isn't working out. So yeah, they're gonna have to just do dentures, and I've held it off for an extra year longer than I thought I could originally. But yeah, I got to do that soon. So there'll be at some point where I'll probably talk kind of funny. So and probably be really swollen from them pulling all the teeth. Chris Robertson, just set up my first ever batch of brine shrimp eggs in the hatchery. Hopefully there will be guppy fry later tonight. Right on. Yeah, that's always fun to feed them. Always fun. Hey, Jason, what's up? Redfish Bluefish at redfishbluefish.shop or his channel. That's my buddy Jason. He and I will both be speeching. Yeah, we'll be speeching. Whatever. We'll be speeching and walkering and talkering in Oregon on October 10th. We have Fishtoberfest in Portland. Should be pretty cool. Zach, welcome. Good to see you. No, Bobby Ellerman never did reply to my email yet. But yeah, hopefully he does soon. I also hit him up on Facebook, so I'll try again. You know, I miss a lot of stuff too when people send me things, so I understand if there was some thing or if he's just busy. But yeah, I saw his talk. Allison sent it to me. He did a talk that was up in public for a weekend only, about the history of killifish, and it was really great. The history of the hobby for the last 110 years, 120 years or so. But yeah, I mean, that talk it inspired me. I've got the last few weeks I've been busy because I've been working with a freelance gig, just because you know, YouTube in the summer months are kind of lean as far as funds go, and that's a normal occurrence. Plus, in the fish hobby, summer can be kind of slow too for financially. So I had to pick up the job that I'd been doing for years, which is freelance graphic design, and I was designing. There's a fleet of 270 or so produce trucks, semi trucks, and box trucks, and they needed 5 new designs, you know, so that not all of them have the same, but 5 new vinyl wrap designs plus a couple billboard designs and stuff like that for a produce company. And we redid all their brand logos and their brand name and all that. So that's what I've been working on. I actually got to team up with my wife, which was really cool. So yeah. Chris Robertson says, I broke most of my teeth from a workplace accident indirectly. Sucks losing your smile. It gets better. Yeah, I know. I've always had kind of a janky smile because of the gap in my teeth, but my bottom teeth, I am missing them / they've broken. And now, I mean, they're just bad. So I just really need to get them taken care of. Let's see here. Cassie says the thunder and lightning delayed her swim excitement for the day. Let's see here. Yeah, there's actually, I know Zen Ginger knows how to use it, and Cass clearly use it too. But the little lightning emoji is actually one of my channel emojis also. Oh, Algae Warrior says, where are they doing Fishtoberfest? I live in the Portland area. It will be at the Embassy Suites by the airport. And they've got their little convention center event room down there with, I think, 50 vendor booths, or it's mostly vendors. Yeah. I think that's how they're going to do it. Maybe some informational stuff. But then the talk, I believe it is Jason and me, and then Dan's Fish, and then Lawrence Kent on Sunday the 10th. Technically Milwaukee, Oregon. Is that what you're saying, Jason? If we're going by, yeah, just double speak for Portland. Yeah, it's a suburb where the airport is near. But in any case, what I was trying to get out of my convoluted sentence there before that was that I have a lightning emoji, because some of you are saying, lightning, what? Blah, blah, blah. If you look back a couple years ago, about 3 years ago, yes, I did get struck by lightning, and it fried my brain a bit. Meridial Singh, lurking while working. Oh, yeah. Giggity goo. Meridial is going to be one of our judges. Meridial, me, and then Alan also. All three of us are going to judge rather than just me and Alan. We wanted to bring Meridial in because, I mean, you guys may not know this, but if you're tight knit in the fish community, one, he knows a heck of a lot, but two, he's not here in Seattle. Neither is Alan, for that matter. But we're just not, there's no history with us other than what's publicly been in live streams and chats on various people's channels. So I didn't want any appearance of favoritism or anything, because all three of us are from kind of different angles of the hobby. Like if Jason and I were grading it, we have so much in common. We chat amongst each other. I could see where people might think that we have an agenda or whatnot. If they didn't like their score, or if they did like their score, whatever. So. What else do we have going on, guys? I mean, Dr. Pepper still hasn't sponsored me. Don't know what's up with that. Weird. Although my channel now is getting all of these crazy emails every single day now to start advertising. So, guys, I want to talk to you about something you may not have heard of, which is Raid Shadow Legend. It's a PvP. No, I'm just kidding. No, I would not accept that. Actually, I would if it was a lot of money and we could do something fun on the channel with it. But yeah, they've been emailing me and trying to get me to do that. I don't know whose list I got on, but it's not a good one, because there's all the like crappy video ads that you see on YouTube. They've all got my number now. But I was kind of surprised they give you like $500 an episode just as like the starting rate. So there may be a time when I do follow up with a service that I like Skillshare. That's one that I like, something like that. How are my fish? My fish are pretty good. I have 2 new blue powder gouramis, which my wife and I bought at Aquarium Co-op. And let's see here. I also, the other thing, I was an impulse buy, and it's because I had a little female orange flash Cockatoides apisto, little teeny one. And she was in a pair when I got her from Aquatic Arts with the male of the male apisto, and he got into a fight with the angelfish in their tank, and his scales got all ruffled, or like ripped off basically by his gills, and it just got infected, and then he just disappeared, and I was like, where'd he go? And then he came out and he ate like 2 or 3 days later. So I thought, okay, he's doing all right. I didn't really take a good look at him. But then another 2 or 3 days later, I found him floating. And so he had died, unfortunately. But the female got left alone, and so I was like, oh well, she needs a friend. And so when we were at Aquarium just grabbing the powder blue gouramis, they had a really nice looking orange cockatoides apisto. I don't know what variety it really was. It was like an orange flash triple red something or other. Had another adjective, but it was a cool fish. And so I got that, put that in the tank 2 days ago, and they've been hitting it off. They've been going into the cave together. They looked like they were pairing off and everything. And then all of a sudden this morning I go in there and the female's dead, and the new male that I bought is, you know, happy and derpy as ever up at the top of the water. Like, I want food. I want food. So it was like the Glass Menagerie or one of those things. Wait, no, Gift of the Magi. One of those plays. The play where the girl cuts her hair and sells it to buy a pocket watch for her husband, to buy a chain for this pocket watch that he's had in his family for you know, decades. And then he sells the pocket watch so he can buy her a hair, either a brush or one of the things that goes in your hair. But that kind of happens with my fish sometimes. I feel like I end up buying one and it either kills or stresses or just changes things. And like when I was hoping to have one, I end up losing one, and then I buy the other, and then some time passes and I need another one, so I bring it in and then it kills the other one. And that's happened just a few times. So in any case, turn off filtration, spot treat with, oh, thanks, you guys are helping each other out. Yeah, I appreciate that. Gone out of town camping for 4 days. When I came back, a dwarf neon gourami, or was it a rainbow fish, a praecox? Any case, so I'm sorry that you lost that. As your, I always see your name and I'm like, Azuravian, Avian, whatever. But I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name. Dwarf gouramis. Okay. But yeah, let's see here. No, Chris, definitely no social security scams have been going on. Steven, or wait, is it Stefan on this one? I will never know. The truth teller, or truth seeker, that's different. Says, just got some gambusia. Right on, right on, right on. And Mick, welcome. Good to see you. Mason, welcome. I have a good, well, I think it's good. I made it. I have a video called "Can Low Light Cause or Too Low of Light Cause Algae?" Or I think it's, or is, will not enough light spark algae? But it came out about 3 months ago, 2 months ago now, and it goes into detail about a lot of different algae and how it is formed. And once you understand how algae is formed, you will understand how to treat it. So it's kind of an in-depth video, but I think that will be helpful to you if you're curious about it. Jen, what's going on? Great to see you. Good to see you. Great to see you. I can't say great to see you, then good to see you. I'm downgrading things when I'm happy. Let's keep it that way. Let's see here. So the other thing that's interesting, my outside tubs, I started having to bring those in. It's gotten unexpectedly cold now. I have a video that I'll release that probably tomorrow, I guess. Just kind of showing you guys how the tubbing went. This year was not the best year tubbing. I mean, definitely broke even with a lot of the critters. You know, I may have had some spawn, and then it wasn't till the very end of the friggin' year, or season, I should say, just the last week or two, we've had cats and raccoons raid my tubs when they had left it alone all 3.5, 4 months now. Does anybody know of a good source of Java moss or guppy grass? I can only ever find Java moss on plastic canvas. I mean, locally at fish clubs and things like that is where I always have gotten it. But there's tissue cultures for that kind of stuff. And yeah. Cass, that's a great comment about algae. Trying a zero phosphates food definitely can help. Phosphates regulate the metabolism of algae. And by the way, I'll probably throw the link up there for the channel members, but the series by Hank Green and yeah, it's Hank Green, I think. No, yeah, it wasn't John. So it's Hank Green of the Vlog Brothers, but he also has a channel called Journey into the Microcosm, and it's all microscopic stuff. It's a really cool channel. His voice is a little slow and annoying to me, but he just did one on algae and the history of how algae came to be, and like how these plant cells, essentially something similar to a plant cell, swallowed you know, well, they don't know, chicken or the egg, what happened, but basically it's a plant and a protist and a maybe bacteria, maybe lichen, maybe who knows where it came from. The evidence is gone now because it's so old, even in their genetic record, the mitochondrial DNA, because we're talking about 500 million years ago, too many generations to make sense of what happened in what order. But it goes into showing a couple different genera of algae, and showing how multicellular ones versus unicellular, the unicellular being more evolved in that they were multicellular and they evolved into one big cell that incorporated all those little cells, and kind of cool. So Journey to the Microcosms, definitely some cool stuff on there right now. They also had seed shrimp and stuff like that up close, which is always fun. Ian, good to see you, buddy. Welcome. House in the Valley. All right. Hello. Hello. Hi. And then what else was I going to tell everybody? The nonprofit. So if you guys have been following my insane rants and banter, you'll clearly know what's going on. Otherwise, you may be a bit confused. So I have with my, if you guys watch the channel, you know that Ivan Mikolji, the incredible nature photographer and videographer responsible for this book that I love. I mean, I just can't get enough of this book. So beautiful. He and I hit it off really well after the first episode of him coming on for an interview, and he will be coming back soon, which is cool. But he and I and his sister, who's a tech magnet, that's not right, tech savvy, former business CEO of a founder, whatever you want to call it, of some tech stuff. So she's savvy, tech savvy. We'll go tech savvy. She and Ivan and I are doing this nonprofit called the Green Earth Alliance, and the idea is Very much the same as a GoFundMe or something like that. But what we want to do is get rid of most of the bureaucracy and create a platform, I guess, website to start with, maybe an app later, for people to be able to say, you know what, I love angelfish. And so they go on the website and look around, and there is a tax deductible nonprofit right there, boom, there, and it'll list any scientists or researchers, botanists, ichthyologists, whatever, anything under the sun in the Orinoco or having to do with freshwater ecology, and the planet, honestly, for conservation, preservation, restoration, and exploration, all those Asians. And you'll be able to say, I want to fund $50 of this, whatever it is that they submit. And so then afterwards you'll get updates, and yeah, I'm hoping for that to be a pretty cool thing. But it'll be set up kind of like GoFundMe, or if you've seen micro-lending, micro-loans, Kiva.org is another one, but that one is set up where you loan money. They start a business somewhere from 100 to maybe $1,000 US, and it's all in the developing world, of the developing nations, which then allows the money to go much, much farther. And once they make the money back, after, you know, they kind of have to get their subject vetted, their idea vetted, and usually they'll give them feedback and stuff. But what we want to do is we want to put also, the reason we want to do these funding, these projects and things, is so often Ivan has run across, he'll be in Venezuela. One, we can't give money to projects going on in Venezuela right now. And the Orinoco River Basin is the home of some of our most incredibly beautiful and interesting species of fish in the world, but in the hobby for sure. And they all come out right now as either Peruvian or Colombian through the north, when in reality they're on the Orinoco. And sometimes like a week into the Orinoco, and they get traded and travel up the river because they can't be directly exported out of Venezuela because of what's going on between our governments not getting along. They can't play nice. They don't share their toys. And I guess somebody who's a tattletale, somebody you know, put gum in someone's hair, or whatever it may be. The countries don't get along. And so the difference of, say, Ivan wants to go explore the last pocket population of some endlers that were spotted. Well, he'll get a write-up, a detailed write-up from the IUCN, or you know, the folks who draft the CITES conventions, and they'll say, will you go check out how many of these fish are left? Let us know what the 411 on the ground is. And so he'll go and he'll spend a week or a month or however long it takes there on the ground, collecting and assessing all of that stuff. And it may be that task pays him $1,000 or something, but it doesn't pay for the fuel, the this, the that, whatever, for him to be camping in the woods in the middle of nowhere or in the rainforest. Likewise, you know, there's restoration of habitat. There's cases where there's land trusts of preserved land where it's only like $100 an acre in the rainforest to buy land, and we could buy that with the nonprofit and help add it to existing nature preserves. So there's a lot of things we could do, but the main idea would be you come in, and on the website there's a searchable index of the ongoing research and projects that we're doing. But one really exciting thing is that we have been given a literal lifetime's work of information on piranhas, on every piranha species you can imagine, including some you probably can't because they're newly discovered. but we have, let me pull up, I don't want to say this wrong. More. Why can't I find you? But in any case, while I'm looking for this real quick, when you want to help out, I've had a lot of people message me and say, hey, I would love to try to help out, you know, this nonprofit idea, this Green Earth Alliance. And you can go to greenearthalliance.org, and there's a little landing page there where you can actually say, you can sign in and say, hey, I have web design skills, I have app development skills, I am an accountant, whatever it may be. If you want to help and you've got some skills or you have ideas of what you'd like to see, right now we're collecting that info. We're also working with a couple lawyers and under advisement, and so it'll be a little bit before we get that up and running and actually working. But in the end, after funding these things, the idea is that we'll have this brand, essentially the Green Earth Alliance, and the brand will kind of certify when we've been there. If we've been there, it will give a certification, and by we I mean the foremost ichthyologists in the world. People that travel the world are well known and renowned, and then also people that are just specifically informed on the Orinoco or on the Xingu River or on the Rio Negro River. And they will go there, assess those rivers or the fishing practices and things, and also we'll try to cut some ties between middlemen that are, you know, buying fish for a penny a piece that are wild caught versus actually the value being felt of what those fish are. Hey, Kenny, what's going on? Welcome. I was just talking about Fishtoberfest down in Portland. It's going to be great. Should be fun. I feel like today's pretty subdued. Sometimes I feel an energy in the chat, in y'all, and today feels like everybody's a little beat or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe that's just me. But the person that all right, so let me take a step back. So our nonprofit, the Green Earth Alliance, we need to still sort out some legal stuff with banking. And then, like I said, we can't, for instance, give money to Ivan's expeditions or projects down in Venezuela because it's in Venezuela and you can't send money to Venezuela, so, legally speaking. You could easily transfer it on a Cash App or something, but legally speaking, and we want to keep this totally above the board and, you know, well, in good standing, no IRS problems or anything. But if he has, for instance, he's restoring specimen jargon of all angelfish caught at some of the first specimens of angelfish in the world that have been preserved, and the journal entries that accompany them. It could be as simple as just needing corks or new jars, and that being $50. Who wants to fund it, you know? And so hopefully that works out well. Zach's Fish Journey. If you want a copy of Ivan's book, I did a review of it, and there is a code. It's going to be ending soon, but I don't know that it's ended yet. But you can get the whole shebang delivered to your place for $100 even, which is half of what I paid. I know it's kind of crazy, but the money also goes to a good cause too, in that it funds future expeditions, and as well as he's looking into other nonprofits other than ours to help give the proceeds to. But while we were talking about or you know, after we had mentioned, hey, we can use all the help with specialists and people who have skills who want to get involved. Just some of it might just be, hey, we need somebody who knows how to use Photoshop, and we need we're going to make a poster of these fish. So here are Ivan's original pictures of these fish, and we want to put all the tetras together on a poster, you know, to raise money for tetra conservation or whatever. So it might just be somebody that knows how to cut out base. I mean, I can do this too, but can cut out the image of the tetra and put it on a white poster background, or who does good layout templates. Maybe it's somebody who knows how to I don't know, who's somebody who's run a nonprofit before, whatever. But when we were doing this call out, which it's still open, if you'd like to go to help, just go to greenearthalliance.org and click on the tab for that. And there's also a what's it called? Sling? Is that what it's called? There's so many of these apps now, I forget what it's called. But it's like Discord or like you know, one of those kind of apps. But it lets you communicate with us. And there's also a link to that on there. I didn't set it up, Yelka did. But when we were asking for help, we had several people say, well, I may or may not be able to help with X, Y, or Z, but I can definitely donate my work that I've done. And one person, let me pull it up so you can see him. One person who's done that is Frank Magalinas or Magalinas. I don't know how to say his name, honestly, because he's just said Frank. But he is one of the foremost experts on piranha in the world, and he is in Oregon. And he donated, or he's signed over the intellectual property rights of all the photos and material and research and information of piranhas. And we will be creating a book that we're already in the process of editing, where 100% of the proceeds go to piranha research. So yeah. Alan Bauer hopping in with the $6.95 super chat. Appreciate you always, brother. Says contest hype. Yes. Let's hit that again. If you haven't submitted your second and final info, please do so in the community tab. I just posted about it. I will add links to the info of this video if you're watching this after the fact, or if you can come back to this after the fact. And yeah, it should be great. Should be really fun to take care of. It'll probably be a week or two after the 15th for us to get through, grade everything, talk together, Mridgel, Alan, and I, to then reassess who's ranked where and whatnot with our rubric. And then we'll also share, if you give us a minute to 3 minute long link to a video of your creation, then we'll have another live stream that will just be those, and we'll kind of watch those, because there's 90 some people that got involved this year, which is really cool. And then beyond that, we will have announce the winner episode and give away some really awesome prizes. And you can find all the details about that in the previous videos or in the post I made under the community tab yesterday. If you didn't if you're not already entered into the contest or haven't talked to me already about some issue with that you had, there will be another one. We've done 3 of these now over the years, and they're really fun. So we'll do it's kind of like a home show for immersed aquascapes. And then I'd like to also do an entire episode live stream of comparing immersed to submerged forms of plants, and So if you have some pictures you want to submit with your final thing, of that, or a link to a gallery or whatnot, that would be cool if you labeled them like, this is Ludwigia inclinata, this is Ludwigia lacustris, and this is white or whirlwind or whatever it might be. I think it'd be really cool to see what that looks like underwater and above water, and that way we can all learn for this from this contest. So that should be good. Plus, usually, if I can scrounge up other funds or gifts or rewards, I'll toss those into for random participants, people just lurking, people in the comments, people in the chat, or on the live stream, and we'll just give away more stuff. If there is more stuff to give away, we will. So it should be fun, and hopefully the results will be announced like a week or two after the submissions, once we make sure we grade everything right. We've talked about it. It all makes sense, and kind of figured that out. Alex, what's the best way to send you my video without YouTube? If you, my Gmail, which I put the info in my most recent post under the community tab on YouTube, you could email me something, but I mean, there's lots of video hosting sites also, like, I don't know if Imager still does it, or Photo Bucket, or, you know, those kind of things that used to be so popular for 2D images. But yeah, I know my little tank back there is so overgrown, and the water had evaporated down, and I let it so that the plants could kind of creep up, because that helps just while it's going on. And then I just topped it back off, and everything now, there's like this much at the top that's just kind of flat because everything else was there. Yeah, if you can put it on Facebook, as long as, I think that should work, because as long as I can play the link on StreamYard, I can share the window of Facebook usually. Yeah, so that should work as long as we're friends. Just message me it or something. Yeah, and that should work fine, Randy, if you'd like to submit your video that way. Oh, your phone died. Oh no, so you lost all your pics? Well, I mean, if you want, take pictures of the final result. I mean, if you've already done step 1, then you got something. I mean, I think we can let that probably slide for, one person. All right, let's see here. I always feel like I'm going cross-eyed because the camera here and the comments when I use the computer and the little webcam are like in line, and I have to kind of do the old man thing. My eyes are getting bad, so I'm always like, yeah, it's gray poop on. Just to read it with this darn light UFO blinding me also. All right, let's see here. So, does anybody have any other questions? You can't find the link to Form 2. Well, it's in the, if you go to the community tab, I posted it yesterday. It says the end is near. Alan also emailed everybody with their submitted emails with a reminder earlier this week. And then the Form 2 link is also in the original video if you want to go back to my videos and look for it. And I will put it onto the info of this video. So we should be good with that. Right on. I'm glad some folks are saying, like Richard's saying, it's been a fun learning experience. Yes, it's not about like, do I have a link to my ring light? I don't handy, but let me get that for you, because there is one specifically that actually I really do like it, and it was a good price and all that. So let me grab that real quick, and then I'll post the link to the ring light. Do, 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 do. Oh, I guess I'll have to do it on here. Hold on a moment. Uno momento. Uno momento. Amazon. Sorry for the delay, guys. Trying to find this. Do 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 do. All right, let's see here. Okay. Coming in a moment, guys. Getting these affiliate links, I don't know why they don't just make an app where you can just scan it really quick, but they don't. And it makes Hulk smash. Makes me frustrated. All right, here we go. And I've got the 12-incher. So let me get the link for it. Yeah, and the one I bought, I happened to get on sale, but I'm looking for the best price to link you up, Cass. But it looks like yeah, it's $34.99 or $35.99 or something like that. So that may be the best price at the moment. Although, you know, if there's Prime Day or Black Friday coming up, you could also use one of those. All right, gosh, sorry this took so long, everybody. Let me get it right now. And why is it not copying? Okay, there we go. It's like, stop ruining my life, links. Take me down to the paradise city where the links are broken and my fingers are fat. Yeah, my fingers are fat. StreamYard. Oh wait, I can probably just hop into chat with y'all in YouTube or under the YouTube apparino. I'll just have to mute everything. All right, cool. Let's see here. So the link coming up. Sorry this took so long. Sorry I was so slow. But boom, right there. There is the light, Cass. If you want to pick up that ring light, there is an affiliate link to the exact light that I use. This UB size, whatever. I don't know what that's all about, why it's got that name, but it do. All right. And now my comments are hiding. Whatever. Okay. All right, guys. So what else do we have going on? You know, something I want to talk about, and I think we might do another live stream tomorrow. I'll probably release a video tomorrow about my tubs and about the fact that it hit 45 degrees here at my house the other night, and all my guppies that I was growing out, well, not all, but a bunch of them got cold and didn't make it. Oh, Rico Stan, I just saw we got a super chat. Thank you so much. I lit out of Reno. I was trailed by 20 hounds. Didn't get to sleep that night till the morning come around. Oh man, why you gotta make me sing? Why you gotta make me sing? Uh, but thank you so much for the super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Mr. Rick. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you go. Okay, so there is a law. I am the law. There is a law, unfortunately, going into effect, or maybe going into effect, in Winnipeg, Winnie Piggy, and I believe is that Manitoba? Ottawa? No, I think it's Manitoba. Now I don't know. Doesn't matter. Winnipeg is putting into effect a law that makes all wild caught fish illegal. That's their new city charter rule or whatever, including at the freaking airport for layovers, which sounds insane. But I figured we might do a stream about that tomorrow, just because I was reading about it. I was like, no way, that's absurd. And they're trying to hide it under the guise of calling it a citywide initiative that is going to allow pit bulls to be kept. So I was surprised by that, but they're making pretty much all exotics illegal. You can have like hamsters and guinea pigs, and if it's not one of those, you can go to hell, is basically what they're saying. Really wild stuff, but it's not the only. I mean, they're not the only city or area doing that. I mean, there's more and more of that going on, and I think people just need to be educated about what it is to catch wild fish, how that supports the economies and the livelihoods of people all over the world. So let's see here. Hello, wife.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay.
Are you home early? Never gonna give you up. All right, I got whoa. It's like, right, guys? But this stream's really bad. But Steven is saying that we need to see my fish. So let's do that. Boy, the video is better on the computer, though. So let's turn this mic off. On. All right. We're gonna get space sounds. Okay, well, we're close. All right. So all right, I think we're good now. Wait, why did that? All right, there we go. House in the Valley. All right, we're good. Enhance. All right, so here's some fish. Here is the beautiful, I guess we're going with Rose on her. And then there's pollock fish stick. I said fish stick. Just in case anybody was questioning my pronunciation. Where is he? We've got all the embers. They've been spawning. We've got the new powder blue gouramis and the old also. But we had two chasing each other that hopped right out of the tank a while back. Also, this stuff is just my hero. The purple Apongiton purple crispus. Ooh wee, like my nails. It's purple. It's purple. The snozzberries taste like snozzberries. Everything else is getting way too overgrown. Also, we've got the true what is that? There's a spider on there. We've got the true orange tiger lily, which not so dwarf. I don't know if it actually was sold as a dwarf one anyways, but yes. We got the bloodfin tetras, we got the kabamba, we've got one lone endler who was one of the kings, well, two, I guess, but one male. And then over here, we've got the long tail, veil tail, and their adipose fin has gotten out of control. I don't know why, but it's huge. Them and then the pencil fish. Well, also the other thing that I've been noticing is this tank is so insanely overgrown that I've been able to find fry, especially when the water was lower at night. You would find in between this algae here, this algae that kind of grows at the top. This is all actually immersed growth now. It's just it's wet at the moment, but you can see it all actually transferred over. I mean, it's well into its immersed growth mode here. This one is like all the way ready. So, and then even the Hydrocotyle verticillata, the little toadstool ones that everyone always asks about, it is converted. The Ludwigia super red, it is converted, and I mean, and how it's real big and long now out of there. The Bacopa caroliniana, the Bacopa monieri, and Colorado, they're all in the gang's all here. That's what I mean to say. So yeah, kind of interesting. Jackson fish stick. Yeah, I guess. But see, the pollock is like it's that cheap fish that you get from Alaska that they make fish sticks out of. So that's what was in my head. But maybe you're right. Maybe Jackson fish stick is better. I don't even see where he went. In fact, though, he's such a beautiful fish. Where did he go? He was all day. He's been hanging out, watching me. And I don't know where he's at right now. But we got the lemon plecos doing their lemony pleco thing, and then all the other ones up in here. And then who's up there? Is he up there? No, that's a bloodfin tetra glass. Oh, here he is, coming out right into the middle. But he's such a sweetheart. I mean, he's so gentle. He's very, very peaceful. She, on the other hand, I don't know how she might be. But he will come and he'll nibble on my finger and he'll kind of just come and hang out and check it out, see what I got going on. If I put my hand down in the water like this, he'll come sleep or lay on the hand. She won't, but she's not shy either. So it's kind of cool. They're kind of like little water puppies, these two. I got this one from Amber at Big City Bettas, and I just fell in love with this one at the local fish store. But boy, he's a little goofball. They're both pretty sweet so far. I mean, I've been watching him closely this week since I put him in here. And he was starting a bubble nest back here, and then the gouramis that we got from my wife a few days ago, they don't like that. They do bubble nests too, and they want, even though it's all females, they're all up in his business, which is annoying. But I was going to say, in this tank, we've got the longfin neon tetras, and then we also have the Bickford pencilfish. Why are they hiding from me? But you can see how pregnant the females are.
The females are super pregnant right now, full of eggs. That one there. There's 3 females and 1 male in this little harem that he's got going. And so I know that they're the ones who had the babies. If you were watching if you were in the community tab, I guess I'll spill the beans. So the one of the fry number 1, I believe it is, came out of this tank, and it is most likely the Bickford pencilfish. It could be. I mean, it looks like it could be an autocinklus, but there's only 1 in here, so that would be a biological / Christmas miracle if somehow she laid an egg or laid a clutch of eggs and they grew. But I guess it could be possible. She has been with males in the past. But I don't think they're like live bears in that way, like guppies are or anything. But I'm not sure. So we'll know in a couple weeks. I'll be able to show you guys again. And then, so yeah, I think the pencil fish in here, they've been spawning, that's fun. That's cool. Durka, durka, durka. Hey, Shanna, what's going on? Oh, you're from Winnipeg. Oh, yeah? So you're from the evil empire of where they're. So I've hurt my back, if you guys didn't know that already. We had friends staying here. That's why this bed's still laid out. But the other thing, we have baby half beaks, or well, at least a couple. They have been giving birth, which is live birth. Here they are here. They're really fun. I love me the half beaks. And then also the other thing going on is these little Gertrudii are reproducing at a slow rate, but I've just noticed that, wait a minute, I started with like 8 of them, and now there's like 17 of them in here. There's no fry, but there's just random adults in here now. So that's kind of interesting. But I was gonna say, what I need help from a friend who will come over. Hopefully my friend Ben will come over soon, because I can't lift weight over like 10 pounds with my back right now. My sciatic nerve is really bad. But yeah, here we've got more of these half beaks, and they're just looking beautiful. I mean, they've got the red and the yellow, and they're either silver or gold in their main body. Then we've got the Mormorid, Mordecai, and we got rid of the busted heater that was losing charge. There is a female. Whoa, she's cruising. Or not pencil, half beak. Then, oh, the other sad news. We lost some of my panda loaches, but honestly, they're 3 years old. But it was something like velvet that a bunch of them got, and they all got sick, and they're all just kind of laying right at the top, not doing so well. I don't even know what to do other than give them good water and stuff. They're on the mend. It's not getting worse or anything, but yeah, just a bummer that they're not doing so well. Then we got killifish in here. We've got clown killies, and we've got American killies, but I love these rocket / clown killies. Then we've got the bettas. I'm keeping these tanks dark because they like it. They live in the jungle, in dark places a lot of times. So those tanks are dark intentionally to encourage spawning. And then the spawning that has happened, we've got a bunch of fry up in here. These are the some of the bettas. And then Craig, welcome. Christopher, welcome. And then we've got the least killifish here. These are some least killifish. I mean, they were fry when I put them up here, but I guess they're almost adults now. They've really grown out. And the cool thing is, I've got an up-close picture of some of these little buggers, and they've got, when they already have it here, but there's no way I'm sure you guys can see it live streaming. but they have a dorsal fin that has an orange or yellow flag or swath on it, which is really cool. And then over here, we've got some shrimp that have hatched out, and then we've got our little half beak. A couple of them in here, if it would focus. Come on. And then we've also got our little pencil fish in here too. There here, and then there's a few scuds. So at first I was like, well, could the scuds eat the pencil fish? And then I wasn't really worried about it after I saw the size and everything. So let's try to get the pencil fish to the front. They're always hiding in the back. There's a good number of them now, though. Well, they're so small though that you guys might have a hard time even making out what's happening. But there are the big fur eye pencil fish in here, and then there's also scuds. And the little half beaks are eating the sub-adult scuds. So that's fun. And then over here we've got probably the best line that I've found in a while, anyways, of CPDs. And there might be a few least killies just because they're freaking everywhere now. Like, least killies have been born in every tank now. But this is mostly my albino ram's horn snail tank. I have a new plan, which is I want to get all plants that look like, see how black this one is there? Or for instance, when we look down here, this algae is very, very dark. And then the red of this plant, or the purple of other plants. So I want to do an all purple, red, and dark, dark green, like almost black looking setup and aquascape with like black diamond sand, maybe obsidian as the main scape rock. Also, we've got the freshwater bumblebee catfish, bumblebee gobies. We've also got the glass catfish, and then we've got the Pseudomagil luminatus in here, the Werneri thread fins, and the ultra rare inlay catfish, glass cat. Not the Thailand glass cat, but the inlay glass cat, which I like a lot more. And then what else is new? What else is going on? We've still got all our buddies in here, all of our Stiphodons and Coolie Loaches. Wait, is it still stuck in there? The Coolie Loach got stuck in this Higer heater for a while. And then this went nuts. This lily was dormant for, I don't know, 6 months, and it just sprouted forth again. I mean, look at the width of this and how it's literally taking up an entire 20 long. Also, my Turkana cichlids are looking really beautiful. Thanks, Kenny and Danny. They gave me 6 of these little teeny bitty boys when they brought them up, and now they are getting really big. We got 3 that are definitely like 3.5 inches. Alan, thank you so much for the $3 super sticker. Appreciate it, brother. And then we've got the prairie cox rainbows doing well, hanging out with the pea puffers in here. I don't know where they are. They're back in here. 20 longs going this way is kind of hard because you don't see what's in there all the time. You just have to assume they're doing well, which isn't always the case. Then we've got the haplochromis tank and the pelvicochromis. Here's obviously the crib, female crib, or pelvicochromis. And then we've got the haplochromis lurking in the dark here. So let's see here. And I'm hoping to get another male because the male, I only had one male, mature male, and I mean, I could have had another subadult. I don't know for sure, but he died like months ago when we had that outbreak with the mustard cats. Then all these guys are having babies, which is cool. I have never had luck when I tried to breed these guys intentionally. Let's see if they'll come back in a sec. Sorry about the water stains. I wasn't planning on showing this tank at all. But these little African 8-banded barbs or 9-banded barbs, I can't remember which. Sometimes they just go by multi-banded. Uh, they're of all different sizes. And then there's the red-eyed lemon tetras. But there you go. You can see the adult there. And then there's some babies cruising around. There that come the babies. The babies are real hyper, real fast. And if they make it to about half an inch, then they'll make it. They have to hide until that point. Then we've got our golden Nanacara. And of course, we've got the obligatory angelfish in the way of everything. But here comes, see, that's an adult, the parent ones. And then the babies are just really speedy and all over the place. I mean, when they feed, they're just a mess. I mean, they're like little piranhas. Uh, oh, okay. Gotta get up. And then also, I guess we've got the platies, the high fin platies. But they're all males, which is annoying. I'm always having that. Oh, here comes the multi-barred loaches out of Lake Inle and the Thailand Wa Basin, WA. Look, they're a little more shy, but there's a group of them, and I've spotted 2 fry from them. But here, I'll show you. They'll come out in 1 sec. I just saw them. There's one right there with all the stripes. So it's a multi-barred dwarf loach. Sometimes called the border loach or the 20-bar loach. I mean, there's just a bunch of names for them. And I think they got their Latin name recently. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, though. Other than that, we've got some little betta, what are they called? Betta minutia here. Really teeny, small species of betta. And then we've got my guppies and endlers from outside brought back in and adjusting. Also, we've got in here, just in this little bowl, you can see the fish swimming around. Those are my Rosy Barbs from outside. And they're still in their fry stage, but they're doing good. And then lastly, more least killifish. And then we've got longfin Danios in here in this jar, which I just brought in. And the babies you see are more of the Rosy Barbs. So yeah, so many little mouths to feed. Yeah, I know. It's a lot. And that's why sometimes when I lose a fish, I'm like not that broken up over, a tetra or something, because the chances are I've bred a few extras somewhere in the mix. And then over here, we've got, oh, I guess the sun's in a bad spot just to see them, but we've got all my orange and creamsicle Madakas are in here. And the baby Madakas are also in the other room. Then we've got least killifish in here, 24 karat gold white clouds, normal white clouds, the Rosy Barbs. And then in here we've got, these guys are so strange in the, if I just agitate the water, usually they'll come up to where I was doing that. For sure with food, but even with my hands sometimes. But these are the paradise fish. And I've got the albino kind and a couple more. Yeah, see, they're right here. But these also had babies earlier in the summer, and I'm pretty sure they ate them all. because I haven't seen any more. But yeah, I don't even see them right now. Usually they come right up to the top. I saw them last night, but it's been getting cool at night, so these guys even will have to probably come in, even though they can stay outside most of the year here. I don't want to risk the swing in temps making them not healthy, making them sick, wearing their immune system down. Wow, yeah, I don't know where they are. That's odd. But you guys have seen them probably, and I'm going to be releasing a video tomorrow of them. And then the Gambusia, the last of what's left of them, are in here. So Mosquito Fish. Oh, of course, then they come right out as soon as I step away. Oh, come here. This is a female. The male is a lot more pretty. Here we go. He's a handsome boy. And I'll handle these guys. I'm not afraid to handle these guys. Because they're real sturdy. They can get out of water and hop around and stuff. Yeah, paradise fish, kissing fish, whatever you want to call them, love fish, fighting fish, even though that's not really the right name. And then over here, we've got the Rosy Barbs. And these are orange Rosy Barbs. Here, let me bring them over if I can. This tank's kind of torn apart because I got all the babies out, or a lot of the babies out. There's still some babies in here, I'm sure. But let's see here. Yeah, right there. You can see the orange on them. They're really bright. The brightest I've ever seen them. There's the females are light green, but even the males are just so bright. I've never seen such bright Rosy Barbs. So in any case, I'm going to leave them alone. I don't want to kick up their tank more than I just did, which was quite a bit. But yeah, see, these guys, it's so strange. They're not shy at all about being handled, and they're really kind of like a big killifish in that they're used to getting out of the water and they can breathe air. They're labyrinth fish, and they just hop around. And I've got a male that's not albino, but the albino ones I think look cooler. But it doesn't seem to mess up their slime coat or anything either. I mean, the females down here, there's 2 females in this barrel, but yeah, they're kind of fun. So that's what's going on. Oh, I've got one more white or silver, platinum, I guess is the term, Medaka pond too on the side of the house. But that's kind of what's going on, guys. Yeah, I know, and they're so orange, which makes you think, oh, maybe they're not albino, maybe they're leucistic, but they have the red eyes, so I think they are albino. So I had to guess. Always wash my hands just in case I'm going to put them into another tank. Obviously, I just went to touch outdoor tanks, and I don't want to be infecting anybody. And then I usually actually hit it with with one of these too. What got me in the hobby? Oh boy. No, I don't cover my ponds. They don't have a filter. Hold on, guys. I'm just putting rubbing alcohol on my hands. No, I don't cover the ponds. They don't have a filter. They don't have a heater, anything like that. Yeah, they're just tubs. And I try to keep fish that will survive well and be healthy in tubs. Same with here. I mean, this tank doesn't have anything fancy. It has a filter that's soaking for biomedia, like so that it's cycled. But in here we've got just platinum rice fish and blue Mayuki rice fish crossed. And then we've got some shrimp, and we've got some elastomas, and we've got some least killy fish again because they're all over the place. And we've got some of these cheetah caradinas as well as malawas shrimp. But yeah, I mean, no filtration going on there, no filtration going on here. There's sponge filters going in these tanks. Nothing going on in this angel tank. Nothing running. See, there's no water running. In here, it needs more water. It's just my back is so bad I can't lift the bucket. This tank and this tank, I just like heavily aerated, so I like letting them have a good sized drop like that. It seems to make the Synodontis super active. That and letting the algae grow. And then these guys, I give them scuds. These little micro dragons. Whoa, he took off. And then looks like we got some pregnant neocaradinas too, some buried ones. But yeah, what got me into the hobby? I was breeding guppies when I was a kid. When I was something like 7 or 8. When I was about 5 or 6, I got a what do you call it? Like at a carnival, like basically a throwaway fish. One of the ones that you throw a penny in the thing and in a cup and like ring toss style. And if you make it, you get to keep the fish. Well, I did that and my parents let me keep it. So I had the goldfish. Then after that, my first real tank, because we've kept that in a bowl for like 5 or 6 years, like beyond when I kept fish in good aquariums. We just assumed, oh, it's a goldfish, it can live in there forever. But we kept guppies, and I started getting into breeding them when I found out you could do that. Like I started getting into doing the phenotype charts, the Punnett charts, or as they're also known, the squares, Punnett squares, and what's the other term for them? I'm trying to remember. It's named after that monk that came up with it. I'm just spacing. My back's really hurting from walking. Sorry, guys. Yeah, then after that, I stopped for a while. Then I got into cichlids and stuff as a teenager, and just bigger fish like Oscars and stuff like that. And then I got into wild fish, like watching them in the wild and trying to keep some sunfish and stuff, some sticklebacks, things like that. And then I couldn't have anything because of my living situation. And so I decided that I was going to start doing just plant keeping. So I started working with more like house plants and stuff. And then I got into, as soon as I was allowed to again, and I moved in with my wife, met my wife, she would get bummed in the winter because it's just so dark here. And yeah, so we got a tank with a real UV, produced UVA and B light, because it was cheaper to buy the kit with the light and the tank and everything than to get her one of those sad lights. So that's what kind of broke us into it again. And then I started getting into aquascaping, then started working at Aquarium Zen to learn from Steve Waldron, who's a master aquascaper, as it were. He went and learned from Takashi Amano out in Japan, and he's traveled the world studying it and owns the shop. He's very into the natural tank, though. He doesn't do the diorama stuff. And then I started the channel up with all that. So yeah, it's kind of just gotten deeper and deeper over time for 25 years or so. But yeah, I got to call it a day. I'm sweating duckweed. No, I am starting to sweat though. Christopher, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all you being here. But yeah, I'm really getting worn out. I've been trying to stay up on the streams and stuff, but I am dragging a bit. So thanks for bearing with me, and you guys always rock. You guys are always so positive and full of good questions and things. So I appreciate it. Get your entries in, and Hopefully I'll be on the mend soon and back to my normal on the ball self. I don't know if on the ball, but more on the ball. All right, you guys. Yeah, sweat and duckweed hashtag. Yeah, and hit that like button on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. But if you did, don't hit it again. Don't do that. All right, guys. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much, super chatters. Thank you so much, my mods, my lovely administrative team here. And again, if you want to help out in the future as we develop this nonprofit, the Green Earth Alliance, the greenearthalliance.org website has a spot where you can say, hey, I want to help. Here's my email and I can do the following. Or I don't have any particular skill that I want to call out, but I have a little bit of time here and there that I can help out with. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, I am going to call it a day for now. And then hopefully, too, we'll have some more history-based videos soon. I've been doing a lot of research. I've got all these notes, but nothing fleshed out yet as one story. But I've got 3 different stories that I want to make videos about each one. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking any info that I could be getting about women in the early fish keeping hobby that were like just miles ahead of everyone else in the world at the time. One gal that was in charge of a European club, basically the club of clubs in Berlin, and Aquarium Hamburg, she was associated with too. Spread over 100 species first time. So there's lots of stuff I'm reading about in the works that I want to share with you guys, but I'm just not, I haven't assembled it all yet. I haven't split it up into what's going to be covered and what and how much goes together. But, thank you guys all for watching and for being here. I will talk to you guys later. Have a fabulous evening. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the questions. Thanks for being you. I'll talk to you all later.